Many thanks indeed for joining us on RwandaTV News for tonight's broadcast. We trust you're doing well. I'm Ethan Tashevia, and you need to know this man. And you are?
Deo Munyakazi.
And you know what he does? He does this.
Yeah. You got it?
I don't know. Tonight we're going to learn how to play Inanga, and this guy is the face of Inanga in this country. He's such a young man, but he plays such a traditional tool. He'll be telling us how he learned this tool and what it means for him and how this country has actually received his music talent. But let's first look at what is making our stories tonight. This Friday afternoon at Rugwiro Village, President Paul Kagame met with the board of MasterCard Foundation led by board chair Zain M. Abdallah. Now, the two, MasterCard Foundation and Rwanda have partnerships in different areas, including education, capacity building, among other things. In other stories, the Rwandan Defense Force confirmed in a statement that this Friday, 17th June 2022, at around 8:45 a.m., an identified Congolese soldier armed with an AK-47 rifle crossed the Petite Barriere border in Rubavu District and began shooting at the Rwandan security personnel and civilians crossing the border, injuring two Rwandan police officers. A Rwanda National Police officer on duty shot back in self-defense to protect civilians crossing the border and the border agents. The Congolese soldier was shot dead 25 meters inside the Rwandan territory. The RDF invited the expanded joint verification mechanism to investigate the incident. The Rwanda immediately informed DRC authorities and DRC-Rwanda border officials to visit the scene. RDF reassures the public that the situation at the border is now very calm. Still on the same story, Rwanda's government spokesperson Yolande Makolo says that what happened today with regards the shooting of a DRC soldier who crossed into Rwanda was just an incident, reassuring Rwandans that the country is safe.
In Rubavu, we're taking it just as an incident. It's being investigated by the EJVM, the Expanded Joint Verification Mechanism. Two Rwandan officers were injured. They're being taken care of in the hospital. An FRDC soldier was shot and killed after he shot at the border post, as the RDF, the Rwanda Defense Force, just announced in their statement. This incident is being investigated. Our foreign minister has already spoken to his counterpart in the DRC, and the various authorities in Rwanda are in touch with the DRC counterparts. So we'll wait and see the outcome of the investigation. However, Rwandans and our visitors are assured of their security, and there is no issue with security in Kigali or anywhere else in the country.
Well, still on the same events that happened earlier today, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has announced that 35 heads of government and states are expected to attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting next week here in Kigali. Jen Mutoni reports.
During a press conference specifically about the Choga meeting, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs stressed that everything is in place for the meeting, which will be attended by about 5,000 people, according to the Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Professor Nshuti Manase. We are well prepared, as we've been preparing for this meeting for years. To a point, I can say Rwandans are all prepared. The transport sector is well prepared, as well as the protocol and all communications during the meeting. The meeting was postponed twice due to COVID-19. The Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Mhunga Tarsis, said that strict measures have been put in place to protect the participants. Those already in hotels are being tested for COVID and advised on how to prevent themselves from getting infected. And we've advised those who will be working in the Choga meeting to stay safe so that they don't infect other participants in the meeting. In addition to that, wherever the visitors will be staying, There will be a team of doctors at every hotel who will be working 24 hours to help anyone with a medical issue or even infected with COVID, and ambulances that will be ready to take them to hospitals, as we've also planned which hospitals that will be ready to admit them, which are the Kanombe Hospital, CHK and King Faisal Hospital. All equipments to be used by these doctors are ready as well, and the doctors are already at their stations. It is a meeting to be held in Kigali. The mayor of Kigali City, Prudence Uwingisa, urges residents of Kigali City to continue their work and provide better services to their customers. All activities in Kigali will continue, and in fact, we encourage residents to continue their activities because these visitors will need a place to shop from, so markets need to be open and vendors ready. While hotel services are one of the most important aspects of the Choga meeting, RDB pointed out that the hospitality sector is well prepared. The government did set up a team led by the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Husbandry and also other agencies to plan beforehand which services that will be needed and how they will be provided, the things that are lacking in hotels, so that they can provide them early on. The government has also helped the hospitality sector in terms of providing trainings to the staff members, especially the casuals. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says the meeting will positively impact Rwanda as well as all countries that will participate. The Choga meeting also includes a youth, business and women's forums, people forum and other recreational activities such as music concerts and various sports activities. Jane Mutoni, RTV News.
Thank you, Jen, for that report. Now, members of the Commonwealth Forums of National Human Rights Institutions announced that Kigali Declaration by highlighting the improper distribution of COVID-19 vaccines between the rich and the poor countries, putting the rights of vulnerable people at risk. This forum, led by Rwanda, has promised to work hard and together to combat the effects of the pandemic. Betty Mutoni has more.
According to the Kigali Declaration, the delegation from Commonwealth Forum of National Human Rights Institutions assured the vulnerable people that they will be helped to cope up with the effect of COVID-19. Parties to this declaration, including Malawi, New Zealand and Nigeria, said that if this Kigali Declaration is implemented, it will help them to cope up with the effects of the pandemic.
The Kigali Declaration is a commitment by the national human rights institutions within the Commonwealth to say as we rebuild, as we recover from COVID-19, we commit to recover better. So recovering better meaning that we are going to be inclusive, that persons with disabilities and other vulnerable groups are going to be part of the designing, the implementation, the monitoring, reporting of the strategies that are going to be put in place in the recovery process.
Yeah, for the vulnerable communities, I think what has been learnt is that equity is important. And the solutions coming from the vulnerable need to be listened to. The disability, the people that are poor, people that are disadvantaged, they need to be listened to. And more resource needs to be applied to those populations.
Like involving government institution of an individual country. If they accept all this declaration, what they put down, I think we'll go a long way. Even before the 2 years we are talking about, we achieve everything. It will be okay.
The fact that Rwanda has been given the governing board, the chairperson of National Commission for Human Rights, Marie-Claire Mukasine, noted that she is confident that this declaration will be achieved.
Izi nshingano twahawe nk'u Rwanda ni inshingano zikomeye.
We are confident because as Rwandans, when you are given a duty, we have a courage of making sure that it is done well and we show it to the people. Because in the next program, we have to present what has been achieved. Therefore, we have to work hard and achieve the set targets of this declaration. The Commonwealth Forum of National Human Rights Institutions is made up of 46 countries, which are among the 54 in Commonwealth. and will participate in CHOGM, which will be held in Kigali on 20th June 2022. Betty Mutoni, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Betty, for that report. Now, female politicians in Rwanda have been urged to reconsider their responsibilities and increase participation in political arena. This was said during a workshop for women politicians under the National Consultative Forum of Political Organizations held in Kigali this Friday. Olive attended the event and filed this report.
The workshop brought together women from various political parties of Rwanda. It aimed at empowering and building capacity in women to support them in fulfilling their responsibilities efficiently. Some of the participants say that although much has been achieved, there are still some challenges. Some women still don't know their right. For example, there are some men who still sell their property without the consent of their spouses. But we are ready to assist them so that they can be reminded of their rights and find justice. And we have so many institutions in charge. Other challenges that women and girls face is domestic violence, but our responsibility is to assist them in finding justice. Gakuba Jean d'Arc, advisor to the Commission on Social Welfare and Women's Development in the RPF in Motanyi, notes that although some progress have been made in empowering and supporting women's development, there are some of the key responsibilities that women have to reconsider. I would like to urge all women to fulfill effectively their responsibility based on the policies of the country and also based on the trust they have been given in order to ensure that they give a remarkable contribution in the development of the country. I also urge women to consider all responsibilities. A woman in leadership should not forget her responsibilities as a spouse, as a mother, and a good neighbor. She also has to consider that getting knowledge is key in providing for her family. When all those responsibilities are properly done, that's what makes a complete and effective leader. According to Alphonse Ngubana, the deputy spokesperson of the National Consultative Forum of Political Organizations, women have been giving a remarkable contribution to the development of the country.
The
country provides a number of opportunities to women, and a big number of population are women. We expect so much from them. I would say that women are represented. They also contribute a lot, as I mentioned earlier. They fulfill their responsibilities effectively. We would like the number of women joining political activities to increase. We call on women to keep on joining political activities and also encourage them to keep contributing to the development of the country.
According to the National Consultative Forum of Political Organizations statistics, 52% of the population are women. The organic law governing political parties emphasizes on the fact that 30% of posts in decision-making organs should be occupied by women. Olive Nete, RwandaTV News.
Welcome back. I'm glad you're still watching RwandaTV News. I am Deo Munyakazi, your guest anchor tonight. On the international scene, Britain approved the extradition of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to the United States. He's wanted by USC authorities on 18 accounts, including a spying charge relating to WikiLeaks' release of the confidential US military records and diplomatic cables. We have a report to the courtesy of Reuters.
It's a masterpiece.
Thank you.
I think people don't actually realize the humor that you put into this song and the time you put into this writing this song. First of all, how long did it take you to write this song?
Working on this song, it took like 1 year.
1 year?
Yeah.
Working
audio and video and the release took 1 year.
Yeah.
But writing the song took like 3 months.
Wow.
Because I used to write one verse and chorus and I wait for a little bit time. Then when I come with another inspiration, I write down. It didn't come easily.
But so for you guys who did not see us behind the scene before we came live on TV, this guy is so funny. Deo is such a funny guy. I was laughing behind the scene, and every little word that you listen to in that song, it's actually the real this man.
Thanks, man.
Welcome to our TV News.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Deo Munyakazi Inanga.
Inanga player.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
29.
Yeah.
How come
Getting
you
old.
sing like a 92-year-old person?
It's a passion.
Yeah.
And I love what I do, so it doesn't take so much energy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us, give us your background. What kind of family did you grow up in? How did you get to fall in love with the Inanga?
Back in the days, in my childhood, I used to listen to Rwandan sounds.
Yeah.
Or listen to Igitaramo.
Yeah.
They used to play like
Igitaramo,
Rwandan cultural songs.
Yeah.
They used to play during the night.
Yeah.
So I used to listen to some Rwandan artists who played the Inanga.
Yeah.
Like Kabarira Viatoro, Chirusu Tomasi.
Yeah.
I was really interested in doing that music.
Yeah.
So I've been playing other instruments, but I was like, what if I get another instrument which is unique, our common culture, our unique instrument which is named Inanga. That's how I came up with the Inanga in 2012.
Yeah.
I met the guy whose name Bushabizi. He's Inanga maestro. I asked him to teach me. Then he
so
was
there's
like,
someone who is actually better than you on Inanga?
Definitely, he's a legend.
Oh, really? Awesome.
And
awesome.
he said, yes, let's do it. So that's how I started to learn the Inanga. And I'm still learning.
Wow. Wow. Let me tell you, if there is someone who has taken the Rwandan music, the typical traditional Rwandan music, to the international scene, this is the guy.
Oh.
Do you think you actually are appreciated back home here, that the way you should be as a musician who uses traditional tools to, do your craft?
Yeah. I can say it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's not still easy because people are interested more than West African music.
Yeah.
So they don't take time to listen to their roots of music.
Yeah.
So, but the time I started playing the Inanga, it was not easy because people think that Inanga can be played by an old man.
Yeah.
No generation could waste time playing the older sounds.
Yeah.
So, but nowadays it's coming. They will like it, and maybe I hope they will support us to make our Rwandan culture to the next level.
Now, there's a song that is coming up, and I would want to ask you to play alongside it, Akara Dio, and then for just a few seconds, and then we'll come back with more questions.
Wow, the song is named Akamara Rungu.
Akamara Rungu.
Yeah.
Not Akara Dio.
Yeah.
Let's listen to Akamara Rungu by this gentleman. Awesome, man. Awesome. This is nice. I want to learn how to play that thing. Is it possible?
Yes.
No, zoom it in here and let's try. So how do you do this?
First of all, for the one who doesn't know Inanga, is Rwanda traditional musical instrument, which is made of the tree, which is made of umungo.
Yeah.
And the strings are made of nylon. It's a pentatonic. So which means are the 5 notes,
Yeah.
and the other one octave. Okay, we start by you take it like this.
Yeah. Like this?
Like this.
Oh, like this. And then
you're going to play the second and third string.
We'll have time to learn, but let me tell you something. This week, Rwanda is hosting the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM. It's probably the biggest conference we've had in the country. I want you to give something to our delegates that will be attending. Do you want to play for them the first song we had? That was a funny one. But let me tell you, where did you get from? What kind of area are you coming from? And, you know, do you still have both parents? Did they teach you something like this?
I'm from Petite District.
Yeah.
But I'm in Kigali as a musician.
Yeah.
We're going to be in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much, you know, how far has this Inanga taken you as you prepare to play for the Commonwealth delegates?
Inanga I can say, is my brand, is my job.
Yeah.
I always go with my bureau.
Superstar.
Yeah.
I even saw in one of the songs that you're playing with some, people from the West, Bazungu. You're doing something with them. Awesome stuff. You're teaching them Rwandan music, and you should actually be a brand of the Rwandan music, because you're doing an amazing job, brother.
Thank you so much. Definitely, they love our culture more than us, so they are interested of knowing about Rwandan culture.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes we meet together and we challenge with our instrument, and instrument has to have the inspiration each other. Yeah. They can talk each other. That's how I came up with working with them.
How far has it taken you around the world? How many countries have you been to play Inanga?
I've been touring in many different countries, such as in East Africa and in Europe, Belgium, France, Germany.
With your instrument?
Yes, with my instrument.
Just that? Your voice and your instrument?
Definitely.
And how do people receive your music?
Because it's a unique sound, the roots of Rwandan sounds. So it's something they don't know much about it, but they really enjoyed it. They appreciate it.
Yeah. Awesome. Where would you want this to take you in the future?
I want to take it to the world map, so that everyone knows that Inanga comes from Rwanda. And I wish everyone would know the sound of Inanga as everyone knows the sound of a guitar. Why not?
What would you want to tell a 29-year-old Rwandan or below who is watching you right now and who wants to be a musician?
Oh, first of all, believe in yourself and follow your passion.
Fantastic. But I also think they should get to appreciate that you're taking this typical Rwandan instrument to the world, to the global arena, to the world map, and you're doing an amazing job.
Definitely. The development starts from the roots. Everything which is related to the roots, it gets bigger and...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Play something for our CHOGM delegates. And if you're in Kigali for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, this is something that we are dedicating to you. Welcome to Rwanda.
Here you go.
Let's go.
Inama ya CHOGM twari tuyitegereje turi benshi cyane, buri wese izamugirira umumaro, izaduteza imbere. Iyo ni CHOGM yaje,
Chogamu, yeah, yeah, yeah. Chogamu, yeah, yeah, yeah. Chogamu, chogamu, chogamu. Wow, wow. I cannot say more, man. Thank you so much for finding time to be with us. Deo Munyakazi Inanga is actually real name. You should call him Inanga. This guy deserves all his flowers. He's done an amazing job for this country, and especially for the music, promoting traditional music instruments. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for finding time to come on RwandaTV as my guest anchor tonight. I hope you enjoyed the experience.
For real.
From me and the Time News production team, many thanks for your company tonight. Until next time, I'm Ethan Tashobia and my guest anchor, Deo Munyakazi. Bye for now.